Children at Risk National Collaboration of Christian Agencies in Uganda, carnac, was established in May 2003 to reduce child exploitation in Uganda by building relationships, sharing resources, information expertise, and offering vital training that bridges gaps in service delivery, and it's comprised of membership of over 40 national churches and agencies.
Carnac was an idea which was backed by Viva International, and Viva wanted to challenge Christian organizations that work with children at risk to collaborate, and we were challenged on how we can work together to increase action on issues that involve children, and also challenged us that we needed to work together to improve quality of our work.
Carnac mission is to address the plight of the child at risk through networking and collaboration by strengthening local capacities, mobilizing the church, advocacy, mobilizing resources, doing research, information, and expertise sharing so as to increase action, improve quality and influence decision makers for children at risk in Uganda. Its vision is to be a leading national network enhancing Christian response to children at risk through collaboration.
Carnac as a network has its core functions that it does, and this is abbreviated in what we call Carnac Equip. One of our core functions is to equip people who are working with children. Second area is what we call Carnac Map. And under Carnac Map, we are doing research. We are finding out who is doing what with children, and also doing research in the area of the situation of children. What are issues affecting children, and what can we do together to solve them? So we do research, we do baseline surveys, we do situational analysis, and other researches that are related to issues affecting children. And then we also have what we call Carnac Connect, where we are a network. We bring members together. We find who is doing what with children, then connect them, and then ask them not to duplicate issues but to do things together as a network. So we connect members so that they are able to do things. And then our cross-cutting issue is advocacy. For us, anywhere that we go to do things, but we are doing it to advocate for the rights of children.
Carnac Secretariat is based at Namirembe with qualified and dedicated staff. With support from donor partners such as World Vision, Tear Fund Switzerland, Terres de Homes, Carnac is implementing several programs that have transformed lives of many children in Uganda.
Carnac is implementing 3 programs, and the first program is called Celebrating Children's Cause. The second program is Church Partnership for Child Wellbeing. And the last program is what we call Stop Child Exploitation.
In the sprawling slum of Kasokoso, near Kampala's capital, where there's a rapid demand for crushed stones, poverty has pushed many families to work at a quarry nearby. Carnac is implementing Stop Child Exploitation to keep children safe, which has seen the lives of many children changing.
We came up with a program of Stop Child Exploitation in Kasokoso, and that program aims at number one, rescuing children who are involved in who are abused, who are involved in child labor, who are involved in stone quarrying, picking the scraps and selling, who are also involved in market vending, and also children who are abused by teachers. So we rescue those children, and we reintegrate them in the community and be able also to take them back to schools. These children, where they were coming from, one of the factors that was leading them into child labor and other exploitations was as a result of poverty in their family. So what we do is we are also equipping families of these children, most especially the parents, the women.
Carnac is working with more than 200 parents, 4 self-help groups, 14 schools, 5 key religious leaders, the police, and the local council 1 in implementing its project.
We did training for teachers, we did training for religious leaders,
and that includes both Christians and Muslim leaders within the community. We were able also to train mothers and parents within that very community on these issues, on abuse and exploitation of children and how much impact it has. So we were able to involve the parents, that is both men and women, being trained on income generating activities, that's micro businesses, small businesses. And as a result of this micro business training, they were able to form self-help groups within the community, where they're saving little money from their petty work and growing it to be able to get a pool where they can borrow money and refund it back to be able to start and grow their own income. And as a result of their strength, they have saved huge sums of money, and we have also supported by injecting some money into that pool so that it widens their level of borrowing and starting and growing their businesses.
Carnac is also working with more than 400 churches in the project of church partnership, which aims in ensuring that the church becomes a center of excellence and advocacy for child development issues in Uganda.
So far we have covered 5 districts of Uganda, that is Rakai, Hoima, Nakasongola, Butaleja and Mbale. And these districts, what we normally do is that we do what we call holistic approach to child development, and we are just empowering the church to do its mandate. We train church leaders and Sunday school teachers in holistic child development. Then we train Sunday school teachers on how to teach children the Bible. We have over 160 churches who have child-friendly compounds with play equipment, swings, because we in part of the World Vision we provide them with the swings. The number of Sunday school children has increased, and most especially most of the Catholic churches that we work with didn't have Sunday schools, but as a result of this training and the intervention, now they have started Sunday schools, and they're the ones which have even the highest number of children. Too many churches, around 120 churches out of 210 have started income generating activities to support Sunday schools. The number of churches also have been able to apportion some amount of money for children's ministry, and this used not to be there because many people didn't know anything about Sunday school.
With a population of more than 16 million being of young age, Uganda has a young and vibrant population. Carnac Uganda is implementing Celebrating Children in Bara, Mbale, Hoima, Gulu and Kampala.
One of our core functions is to equip people who are working with children. And why do we do this? Because we have realized in the research that was done by UNICEF in 2009 and also by Viva Network in 2008, that 90% of the people who work with children do not have skills and the professionalism that it needs for them to work with children. People come from the university as social workers, but they lack the professional skills. So that's why as a network we decided that our key function is going to be to equip the people who are working with children with the skills and competences to be able to work with children. And we are doing this using our key program called Celebrating Children's course.
The training is aimed at equipping childcare workers and other duty bearers with skills and knowledge of working with children so that children and those working with them can be all God has designed them to be.
We have a number of modules. There are actually 8 modules that are covered in Celebrating Children, and all these modules aim at equipping these child care workers so that they are able to handle these children in a more loving way and so that these children can develop their full potential.
It's not only training professionals working in the children ministry. It's also looking at the entire environment, including families, including parents, including schools, churches, and even the government at different levels, in trying to really come up with a system, or trying to have a safe environment where children really can grow up and really can use their potential they have.
As carnac continues to promote child rights as well as a proper environment, they've laid out a 5-year strategic plan. As many parents, teachers, leaders, police, church leaders continue to be empowered in providing a better and quality childcare support, the future for children in Uganda is full of hope.
In the next 5 years, carnac is aiming at saturating organizations that work for children with staff who are trained, who are skilled, who are able to plan with the households, who are able to plan for the children. The dream is to see that children's well-being is better and better. So we would like carnac to be a household name. It should be a name that is mentioned in the churches, in the institutions of learning, as an organization that is homegrown from within the country, but is making a difference from within the country.